You guys have your Christmas trees at home. Do you put different kinds of ornaments on them? And do they have certain kind of meaning to you? Are there ornaments that you made? Are there ornaments on there that were on your parents' tree when they were little kids? Check that out. Maybe it could be. There are lots of things we put on our trees, and they have different meanings to us. So in church, though, we put different kind of ornaments on the church tree that are not often like the things we put on our home trees. Sometimes maybe they are, but they're special things that help us remind us about Jesus. Do you guys know what all these symbols are all about? So let's take a couple. So this one right here. Do you know what this is? You could think of it as peace, but there's actually two letters there. You see two letters? There's a P here, and an X here, right? And there are actually two letters in Greek. The X is called a chi, and the P is called a rho, and they're the first two letters because they sound like, so they're the first two letters in Christ. So they were an early way that Christians talked about Jesus when they wanted to just abbreviate his name. They did it XP, the X, the chi and the rho, as a way of remembering Christ. So when people tell you that putting X in Christmas is wrong, it's not. It's just being truthful. So that was one thing. There's other things that are easy. So we have a lot of these. What are these? Cross. So how would a cross remind us of Jesus? Because he died on the cross for us, right? So a lot of times we have crosses. How about this one right here? It's an alpha and omega sign. Very good. What are alpha and omega? You know what they are? There are two more Greek letters. They're the first letter and the last letter of the Greek alphabet. So in the book of Revelation, Jesus says, I am the Alpha and the Omega. I'm the first and the last. So those are two other letters, just like these two letters, that remind us of Jesus. And, let me have this up here. What's this? The cup of what? Holy Grail. That's what the Holy Grail is, right? It was what cup? What is it? It's the cup Jesus used in communion. That's what the Holy Grail was, right? So that reminds us of communion, and that's the way that we receive Jesus. And then we have one other thing. We have a couple of them. What's this? Why would we have a crown on the tree? Because Jesus is king, right? We talk about Jesus being the king. So that reminds us. So all of these things, in some way, shape, or form, they all remind us about Jesus. And sometimes they just kind of get lost in the background because there's lots of different decorations around, all kinds of stuff we put up at Christmas time, and we miss some of those things. But you'll see, throughout the year, you'll see some of these signs, some of these symbols that show up on our bulletins or maybe on banners or other places. And so watch for these things because they're all different ways that kind of remind us about Jesus. Let's hold hands and say prayer. Dear God, thank you for sending Jesus into the world.
Thank you for sending Jesus into the world.
Help us to watch.
Help us to watch